Hey everyone, hopefully you all are having a very good weekend because I had a spectacular weekend. I slept happy, I'm now happy because my team made me proud. I'm watching the highlights, I'm watching Disasi's compilation of the match yesterday, I'm watching Colwill, I'm watching Gusto highlights, the goal because I'm so proud of the team. You might be saying I'm overdoing it, but I'm so proud because this was the fragrance of the old Chelsea days where everybody laughs at us. They don't expect to see us get a result, and we go at one of the toughest places, and the guys put on an absolutely wonderful performance. And before the match, I won't deny, I was scared, I was petrified, but the team made me proud, and I'm so disappointed to not come out of 3 points at the Etihad, and that only shows what a great performance that was. The manager getting his tactics right, so I'm very happy. And in this video, I'm going to give my reaction along with 5 things I learned because now I've calmed down. But even then, there's so many points I want to talk about. So people, smash a like, hit the subscribe, and let me know your opinion of the game as well. And talking on the rise of Axel Disasi, and that was an absolutely unbelievable and insane performance. That was a performance we used to see from Ricardo Carvalho, from John Terry. That was a performance we used to see from Gary Cahill, putting his body on the line, making 16 clearances. He was like a second goalkeeper. We had clearances, blocks, and the way he celebrated every block. Come on! That is what you want to see from a defender. He was a leader. We had no Thiago Silva yesterday, but he was a leader in the back for everyone. He was making everyone believe, and he was like a wall in front of Manchester City. I'm so proud of Axel Disasi, and see, I won't be a hypocrite. I've criticized him for a lot of times in the channel. I've said he has to do better, and I've criticized him and accepted I'm a fan. If I see a performance not good enough, I will respectfully criticize it. But I will be the most happiest one if the player goes on and becomes one of the best, because that's the best for my club, and I love each and every Chelsea player. And Axel Disasi was world class yesterday. He was top class. It's just about continuing it. He's a very good influence in the dressing room. He's a very overall fine player to watch. He has got good traits, good attributes. He's a good influence and looks like a good leader in the dressing room. And hopefully, just like a Rudiger, he can become a top centre back for Chelsea. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I hope it happens because he was unbelievable yesterday. And now it's about continuing it to the cup final we have on the coming next Sunday in a big match for our season. Now coming on to the player who I've always said is a top class player being played out of position, but many people started saying he's not good enough. That is Levi Colwill, and I said he's getting unwanted criticism because he's playing out of position. Once play him in an LCB and you'll see his potential, and he's a proper modern centre back, good on the ball, can defend well and carry the ball well. And Colwill yesterday along with Disasi was wonderful today. How many blocks he made, the way he also celebrated all the blocks he made, his clearances, his work on the ball, the way so many times he tried to find Sterling with his balls. He was really good yesterday, and that is what happens when you play players in the right position. And I think Disasi and Colwill, they complemented each other really well. They were much more quicker. We could play the higher line. Caicedo not had to come and protect them every time, and the team was much more balanced. And I think now going on to the cup final, left-footed centre-back, right-footed centre-back, both are modern centre-back, quicker on the ball, decision-making is quicker, they understand each other better. I think we need to go with Disasi Colwill. And see, I love Thiago Silva, and for me, even right now, he's a very top-class centre-back. But I think right now, to play Thiago Silva, we need to play a back three. And I think if we want to be quicker in our play, we don't want to be slower. Sadly, in this formation, in the Pochettino football, for me, Thiago Silva doesn't work, and I've been saying on this channel since the start of the season, not just now. I was saying at the start of the season to play Disasi Badiashile or even a Colwill Badiashile. I've been saying it for a long time, and I love Silva to absolute bits. But the manager now, with the play the guys have played, he needs to carry on with Disasi, Colwill, Gusto at the right, Chilwell at the left, Enzo Caicedo in deeper role, and hopefully we can go on and pull a wonderful performance in this final against Liverpool. Now, this is the most important part of the video. This is the most important part of the season, and the most important point before the final, that is a growth in team spirit, cohesion. And yesterday we saw the leadership from this team, which shows with every month passing, with every opportunity, challenges are improving. Since the 4-1 defeats at the hands of Liverpool and a 4-2 by Wolves, the team has only shown more and more. Now, this is the most important part of the video: growth in team spirit, cohesion, leadership, and the way the players fought yesterday, because this is the most important point. This team this season has been criticized for sometimes being a bit too easy. This team has been criticized for sometimes not putting body on the line, sometimes not having the communication with each other, looking like strangers. Yesterday, everyone in the defense put their body on the line. Disasi making blocks after block, Colwill making block after block, Gusto making block after block and celebrating every block. Jackson telling Petrovic to calm down and not go over long balls. You had Sterling, Jackson, Palmer having good communication, and it looked like every player on the pitch wanted to beat Manchester City. Every player on the pitch wanted to fight. And previously this season, if Manchester City scored against us in 84th minute, I think we go on and lose the game. We kept to 1-1 and we went away with a draw. That is something we have not seen this season, the defensive masterclass. We have had 4-4 draws, 2-2 draws against Arsenal, but even then we have had the immaturity of making some big mistakes. Yesterday we saw maturity from players who are 22 years of age, 23, 25, 26, 21, 20, and that only shows that as the season has gone on, they're only maturing. And as I said on this channel, with more time given to these players, more patience, we'll become a better team. But for that, time has to be given. And if we really want to get easy results, we want top 4 suddenly, that's not going to happen. Give this young team a time, and in 1 or 2 years, we'll reach really good highs. But till then, as fans, we need to be calm because the team is growing. Yesterday, we saw a performance we haven't seen this season defensively. That was the best defensive performance this season. But the only problem with this team is, can they be consistent with it? Because that was a top-class performance defensively. Now coming on to the 4th point, and that is on Nicolas Jackson, an absolutely brilliant footballer. And I've been saying on this channel, the people who subscribe and like my video, who have been on this channel, they will know this from a long time, always said that he is not your proper number 9. He's not going to be a striker which gives you 15-20 goals right now, but he is a brilliant footballer. Give him time, give him patience, and he'll show you the result because he's a top-class footballer. I've been saying it for a long time. The problem with Jackson has always been that he misses a sitter, and that is highlighted by the fans, but nobody looks at his performance. He's a very good player with the ball in his feet. He's a very good dribbler. He carries the ball well. He holds the ball well. And the flick he made and then the cross he made for Sterling is not the first time he's done this season. But the problem is, the goal was scored and he gets his credit, but other times he misses a chance in the game and that gets highlighted and nobody gives him the praise. The thing that I've been saying on this channel for a long time is, as a young player who still has a lot to develop, give him time and patience. If you put the pressure on him to score the goals, you are a Chelsea player, you need to be scoring 50-20 goals, the player will not develop. He will actually scum under the pressure and that will not help. Give him time. There are clear traits in Nicolas Jackson which is much better than any Chelsea striker we've had since Costa. Since Diego Costa, we haven't had a striker who can really make flicks, who can hold the ball well, who can carry the ball well, who can reach the right positions. He can carry the ball and dribble past 2-3 defenders. We haven't seen that. We've had very poor strikers, Lukaku's first touch, Morata, Higuain, and whatever we had. This is the best one we've had. We just need to give him time. And I still believe next season, to not put any pressure on him, we need to sign a Osimhen or Tony. And once you play Jackson along with them, we'll have a player who is going to absolutely fire, because he is not a traditional number 9. This guy can play as a winger, false 9, right winger, left winger, shadow striker, and this is a player who can play multiple positions. Get a Osimhen, play him just beside him, and you will see the best Jackson, because yesterday, his hold-up play, his passing, it was an incredible performance. The way he held the ball and went past 2-3 players, the way he kept us going on the attack, the way he held the ball for Palmer, Sterling to make the runs, it was incredible. He might not have scored a goal, he might not have been a striker who gets in the end of the chances, but he had an incredible performance. And if we had a Tony yesterday along with Jackson, he plays wonderfully and gets 2-3 assists and Tony gets a goal, because that was an incredible performance with Jackson. But for me, overall, I don't think he's a traditional number 9. He's a good footballer who can play on the left, right, and just beside the striker. And now coming on to Manager Pochettino, and I think he deserves his credit for the masterclass he pulled yesterday against Pep Guardiola, because he out-tacticked Pep Guardiola yesterday. He was wonderful. His criticism this season has been rightful. He hasn't done a great job, but when you play players in the right position and you play the right tactics, you deserve praise. I've defended Poch on this channel for a long time, and yesterday he made me proud, because that was a very good display from the manager. And I think for the first 60 minutes, we should have been 2-3 up against City, and that shows the performance report. He went with a narrow 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1, which I've been saying he has to play for a long time. He should have done the same against Liverpool, and that was a perfect shape. And what we did is we absolutely crowded the middle. We did not allow City any space in the middle, and City had to go long, and that is something Pep Guardiola hates, and it worked in our favor. What we did is Gallagher Jackson with the 2 forwards, Gallagher pressing Rodri, Jackson going on Diaz and Akanji. You had Palmer from the right side, Sterling on Kyle Walker, Enzo Caicedo finally playing in the right position. Thank you, Poch. Finally, you've learned. And then Colwill playing in the rightful position as a left centre-back, Chilwell on the left, Gusto on the right, and we absolutely narrowed down the space for Manchester City. We had so many players in the middle. that they had to go for a diagonal wide pass, and that is something Pep doesn't like, and it worked to our favor. Gallagher was marking Rodri, Enzo Caicedo were looking over De Bruyne, Foden was absolutely marked by Chilwell, and then you had Gusto going on Doku, and then Haaland was absolutely marked by Disasi and Colwill, and then you had Palmer Sterling going on Kyle Akanji, and in between City had no space. City had no space to play 1 and 2 patches, which means Alvarez was isolated, Foden was isolated, and what they had to do is they had to make the diagonal passes to Doku, they had to go long to Doku or long to Haaland, and that is something Pep doesn't like. It worked to our favor, and when we won the ball, we countered with pace. Palmer, Sterling, Jackson, Gallagher, and we had a lot of trouble for them on the counter because this is something Diaz doesn't like to handle. He overcommits on a player, leaves spaces, and we enjoy. And Jackson made the life so tough for Diaz. The manager got his tactics spot on. The tactics was not too much, it was simple, and that was to crowd the middle area for Manchester City, counter well, and not leave any spaces, and make Manchester City go long. And once they went long, it was easy for us. In the end, yes, substitutions. I think he got the substitution right. He should have made it 5 minutes late. I think we should have made the substitution at around 80 minutes. He made it too early and we had to face the pressure. But still, I won't take that away from a good performance effort. Great performance, 1-1 draw, and a performance I'm proud of. Now we need to go in the final and put the same, and hopefully we win. But even if we don't win and we put the same performance, I'll be proud of the side. Let's go on. Up the Blues, up the Chelsea. Thank you everyone. Wishing you the best.